Here's a quick little test to show comparison of the output on the BC168 to a MKS Pro voltage sensor. As you can see, the voltages are actually jumping all over. They say 4.27, 4.2, whatever. And then the screen down there says 4.19 on the high ones. But if you keep watching this, it's not actually 4. It's jumping all over. And it does it on both. This is all three of these are paralleled into the same setup. You can probably try and watch them all at once right here. Which is kind of weird, but I think what it is this thing is trying to pump a certain amount of amps into each cell. And because of that, it has to go a little bit over the actual voltage, even though it thinks the voltage is lower. Now I'm going to try this little, just a little 6-cell Lipo monitor. And the Lipo alarm is actually saying my batteries are overcharged on a couple cells. If you keep watching it, 4.26, 4.29. And this thing says it's not that high. Let's just see what happens when we plug it. Yeah, the funny thing is it thought it was too high, but all it was is it was trying to actually charge the cell up a little bit, probably basically bring the voltage a little above the actual voltage that it would be if it wasn't during the charge mode. Because it's charging, it has to push the voltage extra high to make it happen. Now because of this, I don't know if this is a dangerous thing or not. So it's at 4.18 and 4.19 on all the cells, and now we're reading basically at the same time 4.18, 4.17 and 4.19. Very similar voltages. The MKS P Pro, whatever you want to call that thing. It can be out that much as well. I'll watch all three. 4.18, 4.19, 4.175. Yeah, the voltages are actually really good. Now it's not charging. Let's put it back on charge. Quick start. Let's start charging. And away we go again. This thing thinks it's at 4.3 volts. So that's something to consider. Now, I have another theory I just thought of right now as to what's happening. The resistance in the wires from this board down here to the batteries is actually probably changing what the voltage that the Lipo alarm reads versus what's actually happening in the battery itself. So it might be possible that the Lipo alarm is sensing a higher voltage than what's truly in the battery pack itself. They're all coming up to 4.19, so it's probably going to quit beeping now because they're all about to shut off. Just keep watching this thing. It's kind of funny how they read all over the place. And as you can see, as the charge is coming up on the path, the BC168 is not charging as much, and you can see the difference, the total difference variation that the Lipo alarm reads on its second reading right there, 0.4. It's quite a ways off. Now if you give it a second and watch it again, it jumps down quite a bit. 0.03. Just keep watching it. This pack's almost balanced. It's kind of freaky seeing those numbers and having my balls right beside the battery pack right there, but I'm not too worried about it. I don't know what that beep is. Oh, that means it's done. So, let's wait and see what happens here. Now the MKSP Propo, I guess you pronounce that. I never read that properly. It's saying they're very close to each other. A Lipo alarm, on the other hand, is saying we have a big variation, which is scary. I don't understand it. Yeah. So my total difference 0.14, 4.19, 4.186, 4.193. It's odd because this just by simply plugging this in, it seemed like it was causing issues. No, they're pretty steady now. Well, aside from getting a really accurate voltmeter and testing again, I think this thing reads pretty accurate. It's definitely within probably 0.01, yeah, within 0.01, maybe 0.005 volts, somewhere around that area.